Hi everyone, good evening and welcome to the ACCA Getting Started class. Okay, so this class gives you a bit of background as to why you might do ACCA, enroll in the program, how it will help you with your career, how it works, the structure of it, how much time commitment is needed. But basically it's equivalent to a postgraduate degree, and when you complete the qualification you will have something that is equivalent to a UK Masters. And you can actually get a UK Masters from the University of London, just doing two additional modules online once you have completed your ACCA qualification. And it will enable you to work anywhere in the world, okay, in a finance accounting role. It's a very good qualification to have, internationally recognized. Okay, so a little bit about us. We are the first ACCA Silver Learning Partner in South America, and the only one in Brazil, which means that we've been accredited by ACCA. We've gone through quite a rigorous process to do that. We're very proud of that, and we work very closely with ACCA, which means that we are able to give students a lot of support, and yeah, we help you. Okay. We also offer other courses. We have CFA courses, Chartered Financial Analyst courses, Business Valuation, Financial English courses. And if you are an accountant in Brazil, you will get credit for continuing professional education through the accreditation that FHP has with the Conselho Federal de Controladoria, CFC. Okay. We also work in partnership with ABVCAP and APIMEC, which are associations of investment and finance professionals and private equity and venture capital. And we have a number of other partners as well, which I will talk about later. Okay, that might mean if you work for one of the organisations that we are in partnership with, you might get some discounts on the programme, okay, or even reimbursement. So what's different about us? All of our courses are in English, so we help you if you want an international career or if you are working with international clients or colleagues in Brazil. We have small classes, so that means you get lots of individual attention, lots of support, and we're focused on international professional qualifications like ACCA and CFA. Okay, so quite often students need a lot of support with preparing for the exams, which is obviously our area of expertise. We have highly qualified tutors who have relevant professional expertise. They are all professionals from the market or have professional experience, as well as having passed the exams that they prepare students for. We use study materials. At the moment we're using BPP material, okay, which is material I used when I was preparing for my exams. It's very good. And we have flexible learning options, so you can join us in the classroom in Sao Paulo, or you can join us online from anywhere in Brazil or even outside of Brazil. And we also offer in-company courses as well. The live online option, sometimes people get a bit confused with it, but it means that just like now, you join in the WebEx environment, so you can join live while the teacher is speaking and ask questions as we're going through. So you join the same class as the students that are joining physically in Sao Paulo. Okay, so just a summary here of the courses we have in different areas. We've got accountancy courses, business valuation, finance and financial English. We do workshops and short-term courses, as well as postgraduate certification like the ACCA program. And we have partnerships where we offer 5% discount on our courses to members of, or employees of certain organisations. And our alumni also get discounts. So it might be that you want to do more than one course. Quite often people do an introductory course as well as a postgraduate certification, so a short-term course as well. Okay, we, for example, have people doing CFA business valuation, or one of the English courses plus ACCA. So if you feel you need to improve your English a bit, then we can offer you a course which will help you improve your English before you do the ACCA exams. And we also have a series of information sessions or lectures like this one, where you can find out more about our courses and the qualifications that we offer. Okay, so this is your chance to learn about ACCA, this particular one. Okay. And we record the lectures or the talks, and they're available on our YouTube channel. So if you go to FHP Financial Training, you'll see lots and lots of videos on there. You can find out more about what we offer. Our headquarters is in Sao Paulo on Avenida Paulista, right next to Consolação metro station, so very convenient for anyone who is in Sao Paulo. And there is parking in the building as well. You might, even if you are in Sao Paulo, though, want to join online due to the traffic. Sometimes it can be quite bad. Or maybe if you're working, you want to join an evening class. Our ACCA courses for the diploma, which is the first stage of ACCA, are on Monday evenings, and our courses for the advanced diploma are on Saturdays. Okay, so that's something to consider as well. And the classrooms look quite like this one on the right here. So we've got about 8 people fit into the classroom, and then we've got people joining online. Okay, so they're streamed into the same class through WebEx, this platform that we're using now. Just for you to get an idea, we've got business valuation course here on the left, first picture. So these are our students with their certificates, their laptops as well, because it was a practical modelling class that they had just finished. And they're there, I'm there in the picture as well, also another teacher, Antonio, in the blue shirt. Okay, and then we've got a couple of students which you can see online. They're from Portugal in the background on the TV screen. Okay, number 2, we've got some students, ACCA students there with representatives from the ACCA from their office in London, which is the head office of ACCA, Rani and Afra, who are in the front on the left, sitting down. Number 3, we did a financial English course with 50 students at INSPA. And then number 4 is a talk that we gave at Mackenzie University about careers in finance. And so we have lots of events going on. You can see pictures of more events if you go to our gallery on the website. Okay, just for you to get a sense of the kind of activities that we offer. And instructors and lecturers. Okay, so we've just got a few logos here which show the links that we've got with certain organisations. But our instructors and lecturers are strongly linked into the financial and accounting markets. So really good contacts for you to have, which should help you with your career. This is a little bit about me. So I'm the founder of FHP Financial Training. The school was founded in 2014. So we've already got quite a long track record of offering courses. Generally, the feedback that we get is really good. And you're welcome, if you would like to check out the testimonials which are on our website, or even speak to a current or former student to find out how their experience was studying with us. So I've been teaching full-time through the school for the last 4 or 5 years. Consider on ACCA anyway. And I also have 10 years of professional experience, which I got in the UK and also in Brazil. My undergraduate degree is in economics management from Oxford University. And after doing that, I was lucky enough to get a training contract at EY, or Ernst & Young, as it was then, for my accountancy qualification. So I studied for ICAS, Institute of Chartered Accountants of Scotland, which is equivalent to ACCA, for 3 years when I was working with EY. So I went to college, just called it college, but it's basically the same thing as FHP Financial Training. So I went to classes to help me prepare for the exams. I sat the exams during that time, and then I qualified as an accountant in 2007. And then shortly after that, I actually moved to the Central Bank of the UK, the Bank of England, and I wanted to know a bit more about finance as well as accounting. So I wanted to learn about derivatives, for example, equity, fixed income, and a bit more technical knowledge in that area. So I did the CFA exams, Chartered Financial Analyst exams. And then I moved to Brazil, and I did I worked for the valuation team at EY, and I did a couple of valuation exams, American Society of Appraisers exams. And then I really enjoyed training and learning, and I decided to open up FHP Financial Training and offer courses to the public. which is what we do now. Okay, so this is obviously it's a passion of mine, and it's something I really enjoy, helping students follow this journey that I myself have been through to become qualified as accountants and to continually develop professionally. We have a board, so we are well supervised, and each one brings their expertise from specific areas in order to help guide the school, make us stronger, help us to help students better. We've got a good governance system. A little bit more about our tutors. So I mentioned before about the tutors having professional experience. We're also, as a team, really good at coaching students, because we've been through the journey ourselves. We know how it is taking these exams, and sometimes it can be quite tough, and you really need to be very committed to it. And you know, sometimes you might have some additional questions, so we support you outside the classroom as well as inside the classroom. And you can see a comment here from one of our former students, and so really we coach people as well as just teaching the technical content. We can offer you some networking, access to job opportunities as well. And we have events like international speakers, which we invite our students to. So a couple of our tutors, Pam, who is actually Australian, studied in the UK and has been in Brazil for over 20 years. She's a fellow of the Chartered Certified Accountant, which means that she's qualified through ACCA. And then Anthony McCarthy, who is British, been living in Brazil, I think, for over 30 years. He has his own company here, and so he's got a wealth of experience which he shares with students. Okay, so value recognised by the market. These are the biggest employers of ACCA members and students in Brazil. And you've got on the left-hand side consulting firms, professional services firms, and on the right-hand side some companies, some of the companies that are offering support to their employees for studying for ACCA. ACCA has a big network of approved employers, 7,400 approved employers around the world. So it works very closely with employers. And it could be your employer already, maybe in another country, is working with ACCA. So that might be something that's interesting for you to investigate a little bit more, because it might be something that can help you maybe get reimbursement from your employer in Brazil if other offices around the world are offering that to their employees. So ACCA is fairly not so well known yet in Brazil, but in other areas of the world it's very highly regarded, and it's something that many employers do reimburse their employees for going through the program. And as well as that, it might help you get a job. It could be outside Brazil, or it could be within Brazil, for one of these employers that already recognises the value of the ACCA qualification. So we actually have some educational partnerships in Brazil through our Convênio Educacional program. We have some gold partners which offer reimbursement on our courses, which you can see here. And we also have silver learning partners that offer a discount. So if you are an employee or a member of one of these organisations, you will receive a 5% discount on our courses. Okay, so we've got associations, auditors and consultants, and banks and other financial institutions, companies, recruitment agents, and also regulators. So far, CVM in there. And we're continually building those partnerships. So you will see more and more being added to the list. And you can find the list actually on our website as well. So there's a list of Convênios. And you can also see testimonials. This is just an example of a testimonial, but Shayani, she's Brazilian. She went to Dubai, found that she needed, in order to work in her area of accounting, an internationally recognized qualification. So first she improved her English, and then she started studying for ACCA. And she was very glad to receive the help from us in Brazil to help her with that. So if you remember, we have the online option, so you can actually study from different countries as well, which is very good for anyone who is traveling or who is thinking about moving abroad, not sure if you'll go, because you can continue studying with us online even if you are not in Brazil. And I'll just show you where you can find more testimonials. There we go. So if you go to depoimentos, and then click on what you're interested in, so ACCA here, and you can see the video here, which I'm going to play actually in a bit, and then an interview here on the left with Anna Karina Beckman, who lives in Ireland, Brazilian living in Ireland. And a few other testimonials. We have more we can add to this as well, so it might be that you see more when you come to looking. Okay, and just now a little bit more about the program itself. So ACCA is global. It has 200,000 members around the world and 486,000 students. So a lot of students, which means it's growing. Okay, so it's getting all these new students. And you can see these little red dots. That's where ACCA has a presence around the world. So there's a dot also in Brazil. I don't think we can really see it, but that's SHP Financial Training. We are one of the ACCA's tuition providers, okay, formal tuition providers. ACCA has you can see here, 323 quality checked tuition providers. Okay, so we are one of those, and we are the only one in Brazil. There are some universities in Brazil that are offering courses, undergraduate and master's courses, which gives some exemptions from ACCA qualifications because ACCA works with universities and 804 universities. See, so ACCA works with 804 universities around the world, and it will offer up to 9 exemptions out of the 13. There are 13 exams in the ACCA program, and universities are able to offer up to a maximum of 9 exemptions. So, for example, there is a course SGB in Sao Paulo, which offers exemptions from 9 of the exams, but you would still need to study for the remaining 4 exams, and you can do that with us. So we offer courses for all of the exams, and you can complete the program with us. So it could be that you decide that you're going to get an undergraduate degree or maybe even a master's that gives you exemptions from some of the exams, but you're still going to need to do a few more to complete the program. Or you could study right the way through with us and get what the ACCA qualification, which is equivalent to an undergraduate degree itself, a master's when you finish it. Anyway, I will explain a little bit more about the program. So you don't get confused. I've got a nice diagram which shows you the steps involved in becoming qualified as an ACCA member. Okay, ACCA is originally, it was founded in the UK, in London in 1904, and it's big. It's really expanded very well. It's big in every continent apart from South America, and North America it's got a presence, but it's not so big. You might have heard of CPA, Certified Public Accountant, so that's the main accounting qualification in the US. ACCA, there are ACCA members in North America, but if you want to work in North America, perhaps the CPA might be something you should consider. ACCA is based on international financial reporting standards, which are adopted in most other places in the world. So from that point of view, it's a good qualification. Also applicable in Brazil, which has adopted international financial reporting standards. Okay, so if you're going to work in Brazil, it would generally make sense to do ACCA because it's based on IFRS. If you're going to work in Europe, if you work in Africa, Asia, Australia, they are all strong centres where ACCA is really highly sought after by employers. And ACCA has had a lot of recognition in the industry for really identifying the skills that modern accountants need And they do that by doing research, surveying employers, senior accountants in organizations to find out what skills are needed. Okay, so the 7 professional quotients are the skills that a professional modern day accountant needs in order to help their organization grow. So it's a really strategic role, and we're building finance leaders. Okay, so this is not just about bookkeeping. It starts with bookkeeping, which is preparation of accounts, for example. But we're building leaders through this program, meaning that when you complete it, you are going to be able to actively contribute to the strategy of your company and really steer it, direct it into in the way that it's going to grow. You're going to add value, which is what your employer, hopefully, would want you to be doing. Okay, so technical skills and ethics, intelligence, creative, digital knowledge, emotional intelligence, vision, and experience. Okay, all of these are professional quotients that are going to enable you to perform well at work, really stand out, add value, and as a result, you will be compensated accordingly. So why get an internationally recognized professional qualification? Well, when I was deciding regarding this, the main thing was location. So I was told location is so when I was researching different careers, and I applied for the trainee position at EY, which offered the accounting exams. So you can work anywhere in the world with this qualification. It's recognized internationally. So it really opens many doors for you. On average, your salary will also be higher. So when I was considering training to be an accountant, I knew my salary literally would double when I qualified, and it did. That was written into the contract that I had with EY. So after passing all of my exams, becoming qualified, my salary doubled. So there was a big financial reward there. And now, while that might not be something you get written into your contract necessarily in Brazil, just talking to senior leaders in Brazil, finance professionals, I have got the feedback that this is something that should double your salary, because you'll be adding value, more value, because of the knowledge you've got and the experience you've got to your company. Okay, so you should see an impact in the compensation you get as well, which may come through career progression. So you get promoted, or maybe you move to another organization, but within the organization you're already in, get promoted because you have developed the competencies that your employer needs. There is on the ACCA website a list of the profiles, job profiles that ACCA students and members usually have or can have. So I'll just share that quickly as well. If you go onto the ACCA website, this link is the ACCA website, and it shows you that the ACCA qualification opens doors to satisfying strategic work all over the world, and in the following areas. Now, this is not an exhaustive list, just some examples. So audit, assurance, and advisory. Okay, these roles in audit, assurance, advisory. Corporate business reporting, financial management, global business services, governance, risk and control, sustainable management, accounting, tax advisory, and then just general across all areas, partners, accounting technicians. So have a look on the ACCA website. You're going to find lots of resources on here about qualifications, about employers, professional insights as well. So these are some studies that ACCA has done, which are really very good. And the information is available. You don't have to sign up for anything. So really lots of great resources there. And I just wanted to play a video, which is of Kieran McManus, one of the partners at PwC Brazil, when he was opening, there was an event to commemorate the Memorandum of Understanding between ACCA and FGV. So if you remember, I mentioned the FGV Master's degree, which gives you exemptions from 9 of the 13 ACCA exams, And Kieran just talked about the value of the ACCA qualification during this event, so it's quite interesting to watch. I think he says very well. And we'll just listen to this.
Estudei, eu entrei na época era Arthur Anderson na Inglaterra. Eu trabalhei lá um dos principais objetivos que eu tinha na época era tirar a qualificação que chama o ACA, que é legalmente equivalente ao ACCA que tem. E naquele mercado, até naquela época, era muito bem conhecido o que era qualificação. E quem entrava com eu numa empresa de auditoria tinha o principal objetivo era tirar aquela qualificação. E a gente trabalhava, aprendia outras coisas, mas o principal objetivo era tirar porque a gente sabia do valor daquela qualificação. E era, como posso colocar, e de novo, você sabia se tirando o seu salariais, seu salário iria dobrar, se não dobrasse, você ia achar alguém facilmente que ia pagar o dobro do que você estava recebendo. Primeiro, do ponto de vista financeiro. Para chegar em quase qualquer país com essa qualificação atrás do nome, seu nome facilita muito. E é interessante, quando eu chego no Brasil, o número de pessoas com quem eu falo e desde qualquer idade que querem morar no exterior, querem ter uma exposição, de ter uma experiência de morar no exterior, é muito grande. Agora, e essa qualificação era, para mim, que morava lá, era um passaporte para ir onde eu queria. Então, tendo que ser para quem mora no Brasil, vai ser a mesma coisa. Para quem quer ir para outros lugares e procurar para outros desafios, esse aqui é um passaporte para ir onde quiser. Eu posso te garantir que, com isso na mão, ninguém nunca mais vai questionar seu nível de inglês e nem sua capacidade técnica. O desafio é grande, mas, por outro lado, o benefício é muito grande. E eu vejo nas pessoas que conseguiram passar os benefícios que eles têm. Eu diria que talvez um dos maiores benefícios que tem é não somente a qualificação em si, mas talvez a confiança que dá para a pessoa para ir além e procurar outras coisas. Se você consegue passar um desafio dessa natureza e tirar uma qualificação dessa natureza, aí já abre portas para fazer muitas outras coisas. E o pessoal sabe que como a qualificação do ACCA no currículo, que você tem capacidade para fazer muito mais e ir muito mais longe. A dificuldade que aqui no Brasil que eu tenho encontrado que pessoas não conhecem as qualificações internacionais, não conhecem quanto que vale essa qualificação. Basicamente tem a qualificação de origem inglesa, do ACCA, e tem a qualificação americana do CPA. E essas são qualificações muito bem reconhecidas ao redor do mundo todo. Só que os dois são difíceis para conseguir. Eu acho muito, muito legal que o FGV está aqui trabalhando em criar um curso que vai dar os primeiros passos para a qualificação do ACCA, porque acho que na hora que pessoas começam a entender o que é essa qualificação e tem um volume maior de pessoas que andam nesse caminho, aí acho que vai acho que vai ser muito legal, porque aí vai ter uma qualificação internacional aqui. E até no meu departamento, de mercado de capitais, onde eu trabalho, eu preciso das pessoas com esse plano de fundo de conhecimento financeiro do mercado internacional. Eu preciso das pessoas com qualificação em inglês. Eu fico feliz para ver as pessoas, de novo, que têm a qualificação, que vão buscar outros desafios no mundo, porque a qualificação te dá confiança para dizer, não, eu tenho essa qualificação embaixo do braço, eu vou para onde eu quiser, eu vou fazer o que eu quero. Então, esta qualificação, ele faz uma diferença brutal. Tanto que, de novo, se você procurar na internet, vai achar várias fontes de informações onde tem propaganda para trabalhar em várias partes do mundo, e a principal requisito sendo essa qualificação. Então, isso de novo, no meu caso, era um passaporte, eu acredito, para os brasileiros, de novo, para as pessoas que eu tenho acompanhado, tem sido um passaporte também. Não somente para morar em outro país, mas para fazer várias outras coisas.
So, acho que, bom, faz uma diferença brutal, as Kieran said. It really will make a big difference to your career. I know that it did with mine. Kieran also, he is a qualified accountant. It really does make a big difference, okay? And it opens doors all around the world, as well as within Brazil. So definitely, if this is something that's fairly new to you, you're not too sure about what this qualification is and what it means, do some research. Go online, have a look, Google, look at the ACCA website, maybe talk to colleagues, talk to anyone you know living abroad, see what they think, okay? Because it could be something that you haven't properly considered, but really will make a big difference to you. And I would say it will make a bigger difference to you than getting a master's degree if you want to work in one of those areas, the accounting areas, so that we've just looked at, the job profiles. So depends what you want to achieve with your career, okay? But if you want to work in the accounting or finance sector, as an accountant or as a partner, or it will help you directly. So how does it work? Okay, we've got 3 levels of the qualification. And so the first one, applied knowledge. You can see on the left-hand side, we've got these arrows. And you've got 3 exams, accounting and business, management accounting, and financial accounting. So those are very basic introductory exams. And each exam is 2 hours long. You do it at SHP. We are an approved CBE, Computer-Based Exam Centre. And you schedule that exam with us. You do the exam. We have courses for the exams as well. So you do the course, you sit the exam at a scheduled time, you agree with us. And then you get the ACCA diploma in accounting and business. Okay. Once you have the diploma in accounting and business or exemptions from those exams, you move on to the applied skills phase. And you've got 6 exams here, and they give you the advanced diploma in accounting and business. Okay, you also have an ethics module to do, which is on the green arrow on the right-hand side. So ethics module as well, then you get the advanced diploma. We offer courses Saturday mornings for these exams. The courses for the applied knowledge exams are on Monday evenings. And each of the exams at the applied skills level, they are a bit harder than the applied knowledge exams because there is a constructed response section. So applied knowledge, it's all what we call objective test questions. So some of them could be multiple choice, or they could be just fill in a number or drag and drop to match certain definitions of terms or whatever. Okay, but you don't have to write anything really. And then applied skills, there's a written section. So that becomes more challenging. Okay, many students find that time management is really difficult. So, you know, that you're applying your skills. So applied knowledge is about knowledge and applying it. Skills is about judging, recommending. It's more advanced, it's a little bit harder, but it's something that is really going to enable you to add value at work. Okay, so you will notice as you're working through the applied skills exams and the content there and doing the practice questions, that you're really, really offering something, you're adding value to someone. So you see a business situation, you're asked to comment on it, and your comments are really going to add value to that business. All of the scenarios are they're real world scenarios. So you're going to see this, this is really very relevant to the real world. And then we have the strategic professional stage. So if you remember, I mentioned that undergraduate and master's degrees at universities are able to offer up to 9 exemptions. So you've got 6 exams from applied skills and 3 exams from applied knowledge. So the maximum number of exemptions you can get is 9. And then you need to do the strategic professional stage. So you cannot get exemptions from this. You have to do these exams. And there are 2 essential exams which you must do: strategic business leader and strategic business reporting. Strategic business leader is a really good exam. It's a case study, 4 hours, and it will test not just your technical knowledge, it tests how you can apply that technical knowledge, and it tests your strategic thinking. So it's a challenging exam, but it will really enable you to bring value to your organization and to your clients. Strategic business reporting is based on IFRS, and it's the choices you make under IFRS, and what might influence those. How can you add value again to your company by choosing the appropriate IFRS treatment, etc. And we've got consolidation accounting in here too. So if you're part of a group, this will be directly very relevant to you. Okay. And then within the strategic professional, you also need to choose 2 optional exams. So they are optional in the sense you can choose 2 of 4. So there are 4 options, you choose 2. So in total, in strategic professional, you will do 4 exams. You will do strategic business leader, strategic business reporting, and then 2 of these other ones. Okay, so you can pick depending on what direction you want your career to go in. So we've got financial management. So if you work in treasury, for example, financial management, looking at how a company manages its money. So short-term, the borrowings, investing. Advanced performance management. So it's looking within the company, how its budgeting processes, for example, taxation, audit, and assurance. Okay, and then once you have completed those exams, plus 3 years of professional experience, which can be experience you've already got, or it can be experience you're acquiring now, or it could be experience you will get in the future, you will become a fully qualified ACCA accountant. Okay. A couple of other things to note are that even if you don't have a degree from an accredited ACCA institution, if you are an accountant in Brazil, or in fact, if you have an undergraduate degree in accounting from any university, you should be able to get, you don't have to be an accountant. So if you have an undergraduate degree in accounting from any university, you should be able to get at least 4 exemptions. So that means you will not need to do the applied knowledge exams, and you will not need to do corporate and business law, the first of the skills exams. So you only have 5 applied skills exams to do. At SHP, we have an entrance exam for you to do if you are in the situation of receiving exemptions, and that is just to make sure that your knowledge and your English is good enough for you to start in the applied skills phase. Okay, so this is to help you to make sure that you've got the the base that you need in order to progress through the applied skills exams. Okay, so I mentioned as well, once you have completed all of the ACCA exams, you can also get a master's from the University of London. So if you want to get an international master's degree from the University of London, and you just need to complete a couple of online modules. So you can MSc in professional accountancy by completing 1 module and 1 project, but they can both be done remotely. So that might be something that is of interest to you as well. Even if you don't do that, ACCA is recognised by the UK educational recognition body as equivalent to a UK master's. Okay, so the level of studying that you will do is equivalent to a UK master's. And so these are it's just more information about each of the individual exams. So these are the applied knowledge exams, the objectives of each exam. Okay, you can find all of this information on the ACCA website. Okay, accountant and business management, accounting, financial accounting. Okay, and then applied skills, performance management, taxation, financial reporting, audit and assurance, financial management. Strategic business leader. So this is the case study I mentioned. It builds technical as well as professional skills. These professional skills are what is going to enable you to really stand out. Analysis, skepticism, evaluation, commercial acumen, communication. Critical if you're going to add value at a high level to your organization, to your client. Okay, and then the strategic professional exam. So you've also got strategic business reporting, which is one of the 2 essential exams. The other one was the strategic business leader. And then the optional exams, where you just have to pick 2. So financial management, taxation, performance management, audit and assurance. Just one other thing to note, the taxation and law exams also have different variants depending on which system you look at. So you can do tax from the UK as we have here, but you could also do tax from China, Singapore, Hong Kong. Not Brazil yet. When we have a critical mass of students, when we have more students in Brazil, the ACCA will consider offering a tax paper based on the Brazilian tax system. but we have to have more students first to justify that. So at the moment, you would need to pick a variant that's based on a different tax system. Okay, and you could do that obviously with whichever tax system you're most familiar with, or in the country where you want to move to, or where your clients mostly are, or where your colleagues are, whatever. That is if you want to focus on tax. It's optional at this stage, okay, in the strategic professional stage. Got that ready? Okay, this is just a summary again of how the qualification works. And so here, across the top, you've got the diploma in accounting and business, advanced diploma and strategic professional, and then you've got the exams you need to do for each of those. And you've got the online modules you need to do. So I mentioned ethics. There is a foundation in professionalism online ethics course, which you need to do in order to get the diploma in accounting business. That should only take you between 2 and 4 hours. It's quick, nothing that should take too long. Ethics and professional skills is a longer module, should take you about 20 hours to complete online. We offer, just to go back to the exam, so we offer courses for each of the exams, and for the advanced diploma exams and strategic professional, there are set dates for those exams. So everyone does the exams together on a specific date. For the diploma in accounting and business, the 3 exams there, you schedule with us. Duration of the program, so diploma should take you 9 months if you don't have any exemptions. Advanced diploma should take you 18 months if you don't have any exemptions, and the strategic professional we estimate around 24 months, again, if you can't get exemptions from this stage anyway. So that's on average if you pass the exams each time when you take them. Of course, if you fail the exams, you're going to need to retake, and that will extend the time. So better to pass first time if you can. Enrollment. Our enrollment is continuous. Okay, because exams are happening every quarter, and so we are continuously open for reservations. So of course, the sooner you start, the sooner this is going to have an impact on your career. So I encourage you to consider starting as soon as you can. And then just to finish this, optional, so you can get a BSc, an undergraduate degree from Oxford Brookes University, if you're interested in that, when you complete the advanced diploma in accounting and business, or you do an online research project. We can provide mentoring for that. So you can get an Oxford Brookes University undergraduate degree if you're interested in doing that at the advanced diploma stage, or a master's degree from the University of London. We can get both when you do the strategic professional stage. So just for a way of thinking about it, advanced diploma is equivalent to an undergraduate degree, and you can actually get an undergraduate degree as well as the advanced diploma from Oxford Brookes. And the strategic professional is equivalent to a master's degree in the UK, and you can also get a master's degree from the University of London when you complete the ACCA exams. Okay, or you might find that ACCA is enough on its own. So, for example, I just wanted to get a professional qualification because in terms of the career benefits, you don't really need a master's degree. What you need is a professional qualification in accountancy. Okay, so it's very specific. It's really focused on the skills you need to add value in the workplace, which is what I personally like about professional qualifications, which are maybe not, they're not so well known in Brazil, but the real value is these qualifications, professional qualifications, they research the industry and they know what the industry needs, and then they build their program around that. So it is 100% relevant to your work. Sometimes when you're studying in a more academic way, you're learning to think and reason, and you're learning technical knowledge, but it's not necessarily going to be very specific to your work. So it means that you're not necessarily building the skills that you really will need in the workplace, whereas a professional qualification like ACCA is totally focused on the skills you need in the workplace. Hence the practical experience requirement. So as well as doing the exams, you need 3 years of practical experience. And that practical experience needs to cover the following competencies. So you need to show that you have got experience of professionalism and ethics, stakeholder relationship management, strategy and innovation, governance, risk and control, and leadership and management. Okay, those are the essentials. So it might sound difficult. You might think, oh, how do I do that? But actually it's not hard, because in any job that's in the accounting area, you are going to be showing those skills. As well as those skills, you've got the technical competency areas, technical objectives. So this will depend on which area you're working in: corporate reporting, financial management, sustainable management, accounting, taxation, audit and assurance. And you will need your employer to sign off, or your manager to sign off, to show that you have got those, achieved those objectives. Okay, so this is all done actually online on something called My ACCA, which you have access to when you become a student. There is a lot of support available. We can give you support. You will also get support from ACCA. So this is not going to be a barrier to you obtaining the qualification. It will almost fall into place automatically. All you need to do is document what you've been doing at work. It's really nothing, it's not too difficult. So don't worry about this part. You just need to be working now or in the future or previously in a technical area, one of these technical areas, or you need to have relevant experience, relevant to accounting, so corporate reporting, financial management, sustainable management, accounting, taxation, audit and insurance. If you have any questions about this, just please let me know. Okay, so we offer courses for each of the exams, and we have a methodology, which is learn, practice, consolidate. So this is a methodology that has a proven track record of getting students through the exams. Okay, so learning, practicing, consolidating. We see the content for the first time in the learning phase, we practice applying it in the practicing phase, we consolidate through practice exams. Our next course is audit and assurance, which is one of the skills exams. In parallel with that, so this is on Saturdays, in parallel with this course, we also have a course, a diploma course, which is accountant in business, which starts at the beginning of April. So this one is for anyone who has already done the diploma exams or who has exemptions from them and enters straight into the advanced diploma. 23rd of March. So for anyone who's got an undergraduate degree in accounting, for example, as long as you pass our entrance exam, you will go into this course. 23rd of March start date. We've got 6 teaching phase courses, 6 teaching phase classes. Then we've got practice exam, and then we have got a couple of revision classes after that, where we focus on exam technique. Okay, and this is all for the exam, which is on the 3rd of June this year. And so this is a fixed date for the exam. Everyone has to do the exam in time. All of the material that you need is included in the course. So you've got the classes, teaching review classes, online learning material, which is for use at home. You will need to study at home as well as in the classroom. You get around 1,000 slides, okay, which are the slides we use in the class. You have access to those outside of the classroom, and we ask students to read the slides before each class so that you come to the class prepared with your questions. We've got 6 progress tests as part of the program, which should be done at home to make sure you're on track, and then a practice exam under time conditions. Okay, you also have additional practice exams in your online learning material. There is no shortage of practice questions. You have lots and lots of practice questions to do. We answer questions, any questions, by email and by WhatsApp. We have a WhatsApp group for our students. We give you exam countdown emails to let you know how many weeks to go until the exam, make sure you're on track, give you guidance what you should be doing. And then our classes are recorded, so you can join the live class, ideally, either in the classroom physically or online while it's happening. But if you are unable to make a class and you have to miss it, then we have the recording available only for 1 week for you to watch the class if you've missed it. But it's very important for you to keep the discipline, the study discipline, and to follow the classes, because the exam date is fixed, it won't move. So if you miss a class, you must try to watch the next class within a few days, okay, which is why there's this 1 week limit for the availability of the recording. Okay, so our tips for passing the exam first time: resource planning. you must prioritize your studies. Okay, so it is about clearing other commitments and prioritizing your study time on ACCA. So in order to do that, you have to see the big picture and understand and really think about why you're getting this qualification. So I was personally very driven to get it because I knew my salary would double. And also I would have lost my job if I hadn't passed the exam. So I had a very strong incentive to study. But I think really you need that because there are times when it's hard to study. So just focus on the end and how this is going to help you when you're clearing away other commitments and really focusing. And you might find you really enjoy it actually, and that you're really. I mean, I've seen with students who are studying IFRS, they've really found that this is having a direct impact on their work because they need to work with IFRS. So they're getting this technical knowledge and the practice at applying the technical knowledge through the course and through the material that they've got, and they're applying that already at work. Okay, and if you work in another area, it could be, so if you're working in auditing and insurance, you will find that the content from the class will help you directly at work. So you're going to see some real impact from this as soon as you start studying. Number 2, focus. So you need to focus on the right things and know how they're tested. So exam technique is critical. We work on that during the course through the practice questions. Practicing, number 3, must be under timed conditions because you're going to find that the exams are time pressured, especially the advanced diploma exams and the strategic professional exams. Review. So you need to be learning from your mistakes. We help you do that. We mark or grade your practice exams and we give you individual feedback. And then we have a class to give feedback as well. So that's one of the exam technique classes in the revision. This is one of the 2 revision classes. We focus on debriefing the practice exam, talking about where students made mistakes and how not to make those mistakes again. And then discipline. Okay, so that's about starting early, being organized, keeping on track, and accompanying or following the classes. So that's really important to follow the classes. Keep coming to classes, make sure you catch up with any classes you've missed. Okay, practice applying the concepts you learn about on the course at home. Do practice exams under time conditions. Okay, so it's quite basic stuff, but it requires your commitment. Okay, and it is worth putting the commitment in and putting in the effort necessary, because you will see an impact in your career. So in the course, we help you with resource planning. We will help you with your studies outside the classroom. This is where the coaching of the teachers is really important. Discipline, because you've got a class schedule to follow, and you will get through the content because the course will get through the content, and just by following the classes. Focus. So we focus on exam technique, on the most important topics in the curriculum. We'll tell you what the most important topics are. Practicing, okay, so we'll guide you with the practice questions to do. You will do practice questions in class as well. And then review, so we give you feedback on where you've gone wrong, why, how you can improve. So why study with us? As I mentioned before, all of the tutor team, we've done the exams. We've got professional experience. We've done the exams ourselves. We know exactly what the challenges are that you are facing. And also, we've been now in Brazil working with students for a few years. So we know some of the specific problems that Brazilian students have as well. And so we're able to support you through this whole process. You're not on your own, so we'll guide you through, let you know what you need to do, help you with any challenges that you're having. And as I mentioned before, we're an ACCA Silver Learning Partner, the only one in Brazil. Okay, we've been accredited by ACCA through the whole series of things that we need to do that. But it's basically a stamp, an approval stamp on the quality of our teaching, the quality of our programs. We have experienced, highly qualified and trained tutors, small classes, which means you get lots of individual attention. Flexibility in terms of learning, so you can come to the classroom, you can watch live online, you can watch recordings if you miss a class. Convenient location on Avenida Paulista next to Consolação Metro Station, and excellent value for money because all of the materials is included and we have these small class sizes. So you can speak to Anna, our consultant, in more detail about the matriculation process. This is just a guideline for how much it will cost approximately for the diploma and the advanced diploma. Now, this could change depending on your individual circumstances, because you might have exemptions from certain exams. So these prices include all of the ACCA exam fees. There's the first annual subscription fee for ACCA. There's an annual subscription fee. Includes all of the material, includes the courses. Everything is included here, and it's, remember, comparable the advanced diploma with an undergraduate degree. Okay, so you should be thinking, how does this compare to the cost of an undergraduate degree? Remembering this is also all in English, so you're going to, as we say in English, kill two birds with one stone, improve your English as well as your technical knowledge. This is also very specific to the skills that you need in the workplace. Okay, I have not put the strategic professional stage here yet, because at the introductory phase, you're going to be going in either at the diploma phase or the advanced diploma. Very few people get exemptions from all 9 exams. If you have got exemptions from all 9 exams, please let us know. We will talk to you about the strategic professional stage. Okay. So experienced, highly qualified and trained tutors, small classes, live online recordings, flexibility, convenient location, excellent value for money. So I already mentioned those things. So what do you actually need to do? Well, first thing, if you're not already talking to us, please complete the online application form. Select ACCA matricular. Or if you have a general question, you can call us on this number here, or go to the website and complete the contact form. Okay, so there's a contact form on our website. You can also call this number, which you can find on the website too. And another option is to fill in this form. Okay, so it's not going to be difficult to contact us. You should also be receiving emails and occasional communications from us. We will need a scanned copy of your degree certificate, if you have a degree already, in order to see if you get any exemptions. You don't need to translate it if it's in Portuguese. We also need photo identification. Okay, so that's to help for your enrolment with ACCA, and to check your exemptions. And then if you are eligible for exemption from the diploma exams, we will ask you to do a 2-hour entrance exam. Okay. And that's in English, that's just to make sure you've got the skills you need in order to move straight into the advanced diploma exam. So, easy to get started. You can do that entrance exam before paying anything. So it's a no commitment entrance exam. Just let us know if you already want to do that. We will need your degree certificate though, so we can check which exemptions you could get. So, questions. Okay, and I think any questions, feel free, you can either send to us now, or if you would like to think of it, send later. This talk will be available on YouTube. Okay, so please check it out later if you want to. Share it with your friends. Okay, thank you for listening. I hope that I've been able to clear up some questions that you might have had. And I really do encourage you to consider carefully studying for ACCA, because it will make a big difference to your career.